Digimon Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory are two Digimon games that have come the closest to giving the gaming experience that this series deserves. This isn't from a lack of trying. Bandai Namco has released dozens of Digimon video games in the past 2 decades, but none of them have nailed the feeling of Digimon quite like these two games have. At the start of encounters with wild Digimon, you can scan them, and once you've scanned them enough times, you can create your own replicas. Right off the bat, one of the things that is so compelling in these Digimon games is how they handle training and battling. Each Digimon in your party gains the same amount of experience from battles regardless of how many members are in your party, meaning that you'll want as many of these creatures with you at all times to maximize the amount of experience you can gain. The evolution mechanics also make your choice of Digimon much easier for the uninitiated. Pick the monster you like, evolve them and de-evolve them into different creatures, and if you don't like what you have, you can always change it into something else until you're happy with what you've got. You're only 7 degrees away from Kevin Baconmon or literally anything else in the game. I made that up, that's not real. You can keep de-digivolving and re-digivolving to fill out more branches, teach your Digimon any move in the game, with a clear exception of signature moves, and increase their AB high enough to get the requirements necessary for some of the truly fearsome Mega Digimon. Do you want an Apocalypsemon with Tidal Wave 3? You got it. Just jump down to Seadramon, level it up, and come back up. This is one of those RPGs that I've truly enjoyed grinding in. It's typical of RPGs that you may be forced to train your creatures in order to defeat certain impending obstacles, but Digimon is the first game in which I've genuinely enjoyed doing this. In Digimon, training and collecting are one of the same. Increasing encounters increases scans, and increasing experience allows you to evolve your creatures. What sets Digimon apart from other notable JRPGs is that once you get done with a creature, you can always take them down another branching path in order to continue to complete your collection instead of just benching it somewhere. You're usually able to find a new Digimon that you love. The semi-turn-based combat can be extremely broken at times. Certain Digimon are almost required in order to have a chance of beating the game. Using speed-changing moves, piercing moves, and fixed damage moves can turn difficult battles into a walk in the park, or vice versa. Speed-changing moves can be absolutely devastating with the right Digimon, since these games have no turn limit, so you can just have 5 consecutive turns, I guess. Piercing moves are broken since they simply ignore the opponent's defense stat and deal absolutely ludicrous damage. Fixed damage moves are similarly broken for the same reason, especially on powerful enemies with low HP totals. Some Digimon are also extremely valuable for grinding. Leaving the game set to battle automatically can even be fun in and of itself. The battling and the digivolving in this game is actually a ton of fun to grind once you get a handle of it. A lot of the music just absolutely bangs, and the animations are amazing to watch. These games stand as the foundation for a series that could really stand out and last, but it's held back by terrible and unskippable dialogue. A lot of the time, this game feels like a button-mashing simulator. The Digimon games like to use mazes and bridges like they just watched the movie Inception for the first time. They implemented a lot of design techniques that artificially extend gameplay. This game almost deliberately wastes your time. The game suffers from pigeonholing you through stories and events, forcing you to read waves of dialogue without an option to skip and making you constantly jump back and forth between a bulletin board, retreading old levels, and playing Where's Waldo with the mission triggers. Thankfully, in the second game, it's much easier to completely skip the side missions altogether until after the post-game. If side missions were placed throughout the world, then it wouldn't have added the necessary depth to really bring this game to life. This is especially tragic when you consider that the game was made with New Game Plus in mind, meaning that you'll have to retread all of these time-wasting elements again and again. It's pretty good for a 60-hour game, but it could have been amazing if they were willing to shorten it down to 40 hours. If anything in this video made you even remotely interested in these games, or the Digimon franchise, then I would highly recommend trying this game. This is easily one of the best games in the Digimon franchise, and I hope that they take this game as a stepping stone moving forward. I'm cautiously optimistic for what Bandai releases next in the series.